Hello and welcome to Monumental History. The Battle of Morris Creek Bridge, which took place in North Carolina on February 27, 1776, was an important early battle in the American War of Independence. The battle not only ended colonial rule in North Carolina, but also stopped a full-scale British invasion of the southern colonies in 1776. In 1775, the royal governor of North Carolina, Josiah Martin, had lost control of the colony as revolution seemed imminent. Martin was forced to flee the colony, but was determined to return along with an army to retake the colony by force. In early 1776, Martin returned to North Carolina, but was confined to a British warship off of the coast of Wilmington. His calls to North Carolinians to rally to the crown received little enthusiasm except among some Highland Scots and a few backcountry former regulators. The Loyalist force attempted to reach the coast to link up with Martin and British troops to hopefully initiate a full-scale invasion of the colony to restore order and hopefully begin a campaign to squash the spirit of revolution in the southern colonies. The Loyalists, however, were blocked at Morris Creek, northwest of Wilmington, by Colonel Richard Caswell and Colonel Alexander Lillington and 1,100 patriots. They had crossed Morris Creek at the bridge and had fortified the opposite bank. The Loyalists, having no alternative route around the Patriot force, would have to cross here. Under the command of General Donald MacDonald, it was decided to charge the Patriot position head-on. The bridge over Morris Creek had been partially dismantled, with much of the flooring removed and the remaining planks smeared with soap and wax. Undaunted, the Scots Highlanders, led by Alexander McLean and John Campbell, charged over the bridge brandishing Scottish claymores, only to be met by Patriot fire, including a cannon directed squarely at the bridge. It was a bloodbath for the Loyalists. As Milton Ready writes in his book, The Tarheel State, A History of North Carolina, with the first Highlander yells as a signal, the Patriots, having carefully laid their cannon to cover the bridge, opened up on the charging Scots. 2 companies of Caswell's militia, his best marksmen among them, raked the bridge with a deadly fusillade to engulf the screaming Highlanders. McLean and Campbell, both fatally wounded, somehow made it across the bridge before dying in a final volley in front of the Whig positions. Almost the entire company of Scots were killed, wounded, or drowned as they fell into the surging creek. The 10 or so who survived the deadly bridge died before they reached Caswell's trenches. Moore later estimated the Tory dead and wounded at 70. The Patriots suffered 1 man dead from his wounds and another slightly injured from covering fire from Tories on the west bank. The battle was significant as it not only ended royal rule in North Carolina, but also because, as Ready puts it, the murderous charge by the Highlanders effectively ended the battle at Morris Creek Bridge and any Loyalist uprising in North Carolina. The Morris Creek battle site is designated a national battlefield under the National Park Service, U.S. Department of the Interior. There are several monuments at the Morris Creek Bridge battle site. This monument that you see here designates the old Wilmington and Fayetteville Stage Road route that the Loyalists attempted to use to reach the coast to link up with the British forces. This next monument here commemorates the site of the original bridge and the Patriot victory at Morris Creek. This monument is twofold. It commemorates the Patriot victory over the Loyalists, but also serves as a grave marker for Private John Grady, the only Patriot casualty of the battle. The monument reads, "Here lie the remains of Private John Grady of Duplin County, who fell bravely fighting for his country, the first martyr in the cause of freedom in North Carolina, and the only Whig killed in this battle." The monument also lists the names of Colonels Lillington and Caswell, whose forces fought the Loyalists at the battle. On the other side of the monument, it reads, "In commemoration of the Battle of Moores Creek Bridge, fought here February 27th, 1776, the first victory gained by the American arms in the War of the Revolution." This next stone commemorates the bravery of the Highland Scots and their commanders who perished on the field of battle. It reads, "Here fell Captain MacLeod, Captain Campbell, and about 50 Highland Scots, loyalists, who with splendid courage assaulted with claymores, Scottish swords, the American entrenchments. They were heroes who did their duty as they saw it, and are worthy of this tribute from the descendants of the equally brave men whom they fought. Peace to their ashes." This last monument is dedicated to the, quote, "heroic women of the lower Cape Fear during the American Revolution, 1775 to 1781, end quote, and highlights the bravery of Mary Slocum, whose husband was a lieutenant in the war. The monument reads, "To the honored memory of the heroic women of the lower Cape Fear during the American Revolution, 1775 through 1781. On the other side, in tribute to Mary Slocum, it reads, "Most honored of the names recorded by this historic association is that of Mary Slocum, wife of Lieutenant Slocum, riding alone at night 65 miles to succor the wounded on this battlefield. Her heroism and self-sacrifice place her high on the paces of history and should awaken in successive generations true patriotism and love of country." The Latin phrase underneath meaning, "Daughters conserve the virtues of their ancestors." On the other side, the monument also reads, "Unswerving in devotion, self-sacrificing in loyalty to the cause of their country, their works do follow them, and their children rise up and call them blessed." Mary Slocum's husband, as well as Mary Slocum herself, are buried in front of the monument. May we never forget the men who died at the Battle of Moores Creek Bridge, especially the brave patriots who took a stand for the cause of American independence. And may the monuments forever be a testament to the brave deeds of American patriots and a testament to the honor of the Highland Scots and others of the Loyalist side who fell in the battle. Thank you for watching this video of monumental history, where we endeavor to make stories etched in stone known. The sources for this episode are in the description box below. Never forget.